her he loved her at 11:15 on a Thursday night. He had not planned to. He was aware of this as it was happening, with the particular clarity of a man watching himself do something irreversible. She was sitting cross-legged on the library floor, surrounded by the Delacroix files because she'd spread them out to cross-reference something, and then the rug had been more comfortable than the chair, and she was wearing his sweatshirt because she'd taken it from the laundry room 2 days ago and hadn't returned it, and she had a pen behind her ear, and she was muttering numbers under her breath, and Matteo stood in the doorway and looked at her, and felt 10 years of careful distance collapse into the simple, ruinous fact of it. He loved her. He had loved her through years of discipline and distance, through the photographs he wasn't proud of, through every calculated move that had brought him to this city and this name and this position so that he might, one day, be worth approaching. He had loved her through a forced marriage that he had engineered with shaking hands and called necessity. He said her name. She looked up from her files.
"I love you,"
he said. The room was very quiet. She looked at him for a long moment. He saw her processing it, all her quick-running intelligence working through the statement, and he held still and waited and thought, whatever she says, I'm not taking it back.
"Since when?"
she said.
"Since you were 19 and you defended Marco in an alley in Southside."
Something moved through her face. He watched the calculation complete itself.
"That was 8 years ago.
"Yes."
You've loved me for 8 years.
"Yes."
And you...
She looked at the files around her, as if they might help.
You arranged a forced marriage.
"The debt was real,"
he said.
"Everything I offered you was real. I would have found another way to pay the debt if you'd asked me to."
A pause.
"I wanted you to come here. That is the part I'll always owe you."
She was very still.
"Matteo,"
she said.
"come here."
He crossed the room. She was still cross-legged on the floor, and he sat down in front of her, and she looked at his face with the expression she used when she was seeing past whatever he was performing to the actual thing beneath, which he had stopped trying to prevent about 3 weeks ago.
8 years.
She said.
"Yes."
You watched over me for 8 years.
"Yes."
And you never...
She stopped. Her jaw worked.
You could have just come and talked to me. Any time in those 8 years.
"I know."
Why didn't you?
He held her gaze.
"Because I had nothing to offer you that was worth the cost."
She stared at him. Then she said, with some heat,
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
"Valentina."
You could have walked up to me in a coffee shop and said hello, and I would have said hello back, and we could have had a completely normal sequence of events that did not involve my father's debt and a forced marriage and surveillance photographs.
"I know,"
he said.
You knew where I got coffee every morning.
"I know."
Matteo.
She pressed both hands to his face, and he went still under her palms.
You are the most complicated man I have ever met, and I am genuinely furious at 8 years of unnecessary suffering.
She stopped. She breathed. Her thumbs moved along his jaw.
And I have been trying to do the math on what I feel about you since approximately the 2nd week. And the answer I keep getting is...
She leaned forward and kissed him, which was not precisely the end of the sentence, but contained the ending inside it. He pulled her into his lap on the library floor, files scattering, and held her the way he held things he intended to keep. Like he knew their value, like he'd been waiting long enough.
"Say it,"
he said against her mouth. She leaned back and looked at him. He saw it in her face before she said it. The certainty, the warmth, the calculation that had run its course.
I love you.
She said.
Stupidly, given the circumstances. But completely.
He exhaled. A long breath, 10 years in it.
"Thank God,"
he said. She laughed.
That's your response?
What would you prefer?
Something more.
He kissed her. Thorough and unhurried and full of every word he'd been composing for a decade. She made a soft sound and wound her arms around him and kissed him back with equal conviction. When they broke apart, she was flushed and her pen was gone from behind her ear, and he was looking at her in a way that she suspected she would spend the next several decades being the subject of.
I have a condition,
she said.
Of course you do.
The 1-year revisitation clause. In the agreement.
He went very still.
I want to renegotiate it,
she said.
To what?
She looked at him. Clear-eyed, present, running no calculations. Just herself, saying the true thing.
Permanence,
she said.
Not because I have to. Because I want to.
His hands tightened at her waist.
Valentina Ricci,
he said, quietly, like he was learning the sound of it all over again.
That's the one,
she said. He smiled. A real one, wide and unguarded, and she felt it like the first note of something that was going to last a very long time.
Agreed,
he said.
Unconditionally. No revisitation clause.
She settled against him on the library floor with her files in chaos around them, and the city dark outside, and thought, this is the best deal I've ever made.
Matteo,
she said.
Yes.
The photographs. I want them.
A pause.
Why?
Because they're 8 years of you.
She said simply.
And I want them.
He was quiet for a moment.
I'll have them framed,
he said. She laughed and felt his chest move with it and thought, there it is. There it is. Outside, New York went on being New York. Relentless, glittering, indifferent. Inside, something that had taken a decade to reach its proper shape finally settled, permanent and sure, into place.